This is where most detailers either completely overthink this process or just end up doing nothing. It's also a simple layer that most beginners miss. If you're a beginner detailer and you want to hit your first 5 grand per month this summer, this video is for you. Not with paid ads and not by doing 10 cheap cars a week until you burn out. I'm going to show you a simple system where each customer becomes worth way more than just the first detail, because the money just isn't in the job. It's in what the customer turns into after the job. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down these 3 steps that create consistent income inside your detailing business. The first step is reviews, which means making it easy for your clients to want to leave a review for you. Second is how you can generate repeat business so you're not starting from scratch every week. And third is referrals, using word of mouth in Facebook groups and Facebook posts to get more and more clients instead of relying on paid ads. Quick context so you know this isn't theory. I started as a beginner detailing out of my parents' driveway and made over 20 grand profit in one summer after taxes and expenses, and without having to pay for ads, discount my services, or any begging for jobs. And this is the exact system I used. So we're going to cover how to get reviews the right way, how to lock in repeat business, and how to set up simple referrals so customers keep bringing you more customers. If you build these 3 systems into your business, 5 grand a month is going to stop feeling like luck and start feeling predictable and scalable. Most beginners think the only way to make more money is getting more customers. And that feels logical at first, but that's the hard way, because there's only so many hours in a week. And if your entire plan is to book more jobs, you're going to eventually hit a ceiling and burn out. The smarter question is, how do I make each customer worth more than just one detail? Because one customer isn't just a job, because that customer could leave a review, they can come back again, and they can refer 1 or 2 more people. And when that happens, one customer isn't worth $200 anymore. They're worth thousands of dollars over a summer. And that's the difference between doing labor and trying to build a business. Labor pays once, but the leverage that you build in a business pays repeatedly. The first leverage multiplier and the first system we're going to talk about today is reviews. This is the fastest one to implement into your detailing business. Reviews do 2 things at the same time. First, they make strangers trust you before they ever talk to you. Second, they give you permission to charge more without you feeling like you're getting away with it, because the proof is no longer coming from you, but it's also coming from other people. When someone's deciding to book with you, they're not asking themselves, is this detailer skilled? They're asking, is this risky? Can I trust this person to take care of my vehicle? And reviews do a lot to remove that initial risk. 10, 20, 30 reviews all saying the same thing, professional, on time, easy to work with, worth the money. This does way more to convert more customers than any sales pitch that you could give. If you don't want to be constantly selling and justifying your prices, you need to build up reviews. And here's the mistake that most detailers will make, is that they'll treat reviews like feedback. They think it's something that happens naturally over time. So they'll say to a customer, hey, if you don't mind, could you leave a review sometime? The customer says, yeah, sure, but then life happens. They forget, they get distracted, and that review is never going to get written. And this isn't the customer being rude. That's just natural human behavior. So the fix is simple, is don't ask later, ask for the review now. At the end of the detail job, when the customer comes to get their vehicle, or when they come to pay, and when they're looking at the car and feeling good about the result, you say, hey, any chance you have your phone on you right now? When they say yes, you simply just say, would you mind just taking 20 seconds and leaving me a review real quick? I'm just starting to build reviews, and this really helps me out with my business. That's it, and make sure to express that you're thankful for this action. This will make them feel good as well. You're not begging and you're not pressuring them, but you are explaining why this matters. And most people are happy to help if you provide a reason. If you want to make this basically automatic, keep a simple QR code that customers can scan on their phone that brings them right to a review page. This tool is going to make it even more convenient, but the tool is not really the system here. It's the timing of the whole thing. It being right after a detail and right when they can see their car. When you ask later, you're competing with their whole life and everything else they have going on. But when they're standing right there, the positive emotion is already present, and it makes it way easier to just get it out of the way. Reviews are going to help you rank higher, going to help you convert way easier, be able to raise your prices, and every review is going to make the next booking easier. So make sure to get every client possible to leave you a review. This is how your momentum can easily start. Now we're going to get into the second main system. This multiplier is repeat business. Not because everyone wants a maintenance plan, but because most people don't think about detailing until you remind them. Detailing is not a necessity for most people. It fits way more on the wants category than needs most of the time. So sometimes clients won't just stop using you because they didn't like your work. And we make these assumptions in our heads, but a lot of the time, the client is just forgetting or just doing other stuff with their life. They don't think about their car until it's really bad again. So if you never follow up, they're going to quietly turn into ghosts. Sometimes repeat business isn't about locking people into subscriptions. It's about staying visible and making it easy for them to come back. Yes, maintenance schedules definitely help though. There's also a simple layer that most beginners miss, and that's just light outreach. Once or twice a year, I personally go back through clients and send a simple message, nothing fancy, nothing salesy, just letting them know that you're opening up some availability in the next couple of weeks and you just want to give them a heads up just in case they're thinking about getting a detail again. That's it. No pitch, no discount, and no pressure on the client. And you'd be surprised how many people respond with, yeah, I've been meaning to do that. Or this just gives them a reminder to book down the road. Detailers lose repeat business because they assume that the silence means that there's no interest from the customer in coming back to their detailing shop. This system alone brings back clients for me every year. And when you combine this with light scheduling, even something as simple as, if you want, I can come back again around this time next year. Repeat business doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be intentional in your detailing business, because each client can't just be worth one job, because you already have the trust there with that client. You don't have to convince them, you're simply reconnecting. The third step is how we're going to get clients without ads. The third system we have is referrals. This is where most detailers either completely overthink this process or just end up doing nothing. Usually it sounds like this: if you know anyone, send them my way. That almost never works, and it's too vague. It puts the work on the customer and it gives them no clear reason or timing to do this. The better approach isn't pressure, but it's timing and appreciation. After the detail, send the client some after photos of their vehicle. But instead of just dropping the pictures randomly, pair it with a message thanking them for booking, thanking them for trusting you with their car, and letting them know if they feel comfortable sharing this on Facebook or in a local Facebook group. It would genuinely help me grow locally. No pressure at all, just wanted to say thank you again. That's it. No pitch, no awkward selling, no scripts that make people feel used. You're letting your gratitude lead and giving them the option if they want to continue to help you out. There's a lot of people that may want to help you out and help you grow, but if you don't give them the steps that are going to help you, then they can't. They don't know what's going to help your detailing business. You're just making it easy to give them that option. People love supporting local businesses that they have a good experience with. They just need the moment and a nudge. It doesn't need to be framed as a transaction, but just appreciation. And the real power in this isn't even the one booking that comes directly from this post, but it's the fact that these posts will sit in neighborhood groups or on people's feeds, and they'll continue to see your name, your logo, in the work that you do. This is word of mouth at scale, and this is building trust subconsciously into thousands of clients. And as you get more referrals and more reviews, these results are going to compound over time. No ads, no begging, just structured visibility doing the work. Now let's connect all these systems we talked about into simple math, because this is where most beginners are going to get full clarity. If your average full detail is around $200, you don't need to be booked nonstop to make good money. You don't need a massive client base. You don't need ads. You need fewer customers, and for each customer to be worth more than just one job. Here's how this can actually play out for your summer. One customer books with you for $200. That's the first step. That same client leaves you a review, which makes future customers trust you quicker. A few months later, they come back for another detail. Now they're worth $400. They post on Facebook after you send them some after photos, and then one more customer books from there. This is a $600 customer. You're working to multiply the value of your detailing work. Instead of starting from zero each week, your past job's working for you. When you stack this across 10, 15 different customers, the math can start to feel very different. Suddenly $5,000 a month, you're not packing out your schedule, but you feel like you're building a good business with repeat clients and building good relationships with these clients over time. You're still doing the same quality work. You can keep investing into your tools, but now your business has momentum instead of burnout. That's the shift most detailers never make. And once you do, detailing will stop feeling like this constant hustle and starts feeling like a system and a business that can actually support you and your income over time. If you want to make serious money detailing this year, stop thinking like a detailer who just details and completes jobs, and start thinking like a business owner who builds value per customer. If you want the exact step-by-step system that you can use in your detailing business this year to take your business to $5,000 a month, I have a training video that's how to build a $5,000 a month detailing business. And it's at thedetailingaccelerator.com and the top link in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you feel like you got any value, just go watch that training and subscribe. Thanks for watching.